It is Friday, January 23rd, 2026, and it is 5:17 p.m. We're here in North Mississippi, and getting ready for what they're calling for could be a really bad ice storm. Calling for potentially up to 3/4 of an inch of ice. Obviously, we're hoping that's not the case, but just figured that I would try and capture some of this on camera. If it is to get bad, be something that we maybe can look back on. Hopefully this will not matter, but my lovely wife had the idea to mark our water meter and put a piece of plywood over it to try to keep it from freezing over in case we do have a busted pipe or something we're able to get to it. So it was a pretty clutch idea there, but hopefully we don't have to worry with it. Getting dark here. Got the ice storm coming in tomorrow. So I decided while we still have electricity that I'd get the old electric wood pellet grill going. Show you what we got in there. So out here to check on the chili. We gotta we're at 109 degrees, 111 degrees. We need it to be to 160 before we can crumble up the ground meat, ground deer, and the ground beef and put into the chili. We've also got a few hot dogs on here, but starting to brown up a little bit, looking good. We'll come back and take it off here, hopefully in the next half hour or so. All right, my meat's done. I'm just taking and chopping it up real good. And then we'll mix it in the chili and let it cook a little bit longer. It's about 8 o'clock, about 8:15 on Saturday morning. You can see the driveway and the roads here are completely white, just covered with ice. Maybe a little light dusting of snow as well, but it is already not good travel. Down on the ground you can kind of see some sleet, maybe a little bit of snow mixed in there. I think it's all sleet at this point. Just kind of looking at the bushes. There is a light layer of ice, so it definitely has had some freezing rain too. Not much, but some. So as much as we can stay away from that stuff, the better. All right, so it's about 12:30, a little after noon. As you can see, we're now getting some freezing rain. So, kind of conditions deteriorating some here. You can see starting to get some ice on the mailbox there, little icicles down at the bottom. The road is a sheet of ice. This is 4:30 on Saturday the 24th. it's about 10:15 on Saturday night, the 24th. We still have power. Fingers crossed it'll stay on for us. Got about 2,500 people in Prentiss County without power currently. And stood outside for about 2 or 3 minutes. And could hear 3 different limbs fall. Just here close around the house, which we don't have any limbs around our house, so we're not in any danger of anything falling on the house, I don't think, but just a little concerned that it is getting rough for people, and just thinking about the people having to be out working in it tonight. So we'll definitely pray for them people before we go to sleep, linemen and everybody else that'd be out on the roads. But we'll catch y'all in the morning. It is 3:16 in the morning. Don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but there is stuff snapping everywhere. It's Sunday, the January 25th of 26. It's a mess, boys and girls. Pretty much constantly hearing limbs snapping and falling. Wind starting to pick up just a little bit. It ain't good. So, kind of see that tree back behind me there that's all snapped off and everything. But I'll take you guys a walk around the property here in just a minute, just so you guys can kind of see all the damage and such. So see back in there, them trees, just all them limbs snapping off underneath, just laying underneath. Big old oak trees. Tree here, limbs up top just snapped off. Pine trees there just covered, snapped off. Not good. Not good. This tree here is all laid over. Sunday morning at 10:15, power's out, ice everywhere, limbs breaking. Got our neighbors nice enough to invite us over. They actually did not lose power, and they cooked breakfast for everybody. So lucky enough to be able to, or fortunate enough, not lucky enough, to have friends that take care of us. So anyway, we're going to ease back to the house now. We're going to record some and show you some of the ice and stuff on the way back. There's stuff popping and falling. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not. Sure you probably can. How much ice that is on top of that rim, but an inch at least, I'd say. These crepe myrtles all hanging over. Anyway, solid sheet of ice and water on. Got some areas where we have some water puddle up, but not. There's the icicles on the shed. Icicles on the back of the house there, back porch. This tree snapped or uprooted. trees pretty well snapped off tops. We're gonna have a mess to clean up, boys and girls. I don't know if you can see over there, but just tops all snapped off. Sunday, January 25th, a little after 5 o'clock. Precipitation is pretty well stopped except for some snow flurries, but the damage has been done, as you can kind of see. Just about every tree's just got the tops just completely busted out of it. Power lines, you can still see a good bit of ice on those. You know, we're gonna be fine. We got some neighbors that still have power. There wasn't a big limb there falling, but we're gonna have heat where we're staying. Our house is still no heat. A little bit concerned. Got a few neighbors around that have no heat. All right, well, it's Monday, January 26th. Right now, it is about 13 degrees outside, and the wind chill is 1 below 0. So, still without power. The inside of our house is 47 degrees. Spent the night with some friends who still have power, but back here today hoping to get our power cut back on. We shall see. Everybody's fine. Checked on some neighbors yesterday and helped them. Had another neighbor that had power that was generous enough to let some of our other neighbors use their generator, and fueled them up for the night, and that's just went off, but I think that they'll be able to stay warm for a while today. Had some other neighbors let a family that was without heat come and spend the night with them. Just people helping people, man. So that's what it's all about. But hopefully we'll get power here today. So we'll see. Monday, January 26th still. Just getting a look at the front of the house here. Just had a man on a backhoe come by and push the roads there, so that's good. Anywho. Well, it's Monday the 26th at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. As you can see, starting to get some melting. Still no power. My poor backyard will never look the same. Still got the generator running over there for the neighbors. Again, very thankful for a kind neighbor. I did not own a generator, and he was kind enough to let the neighbors use the generator and help keep him warm. Very little limbs falling today like they have been really, I guess, the last 24 hours or so. Been a lot less limbs falling, which is great. So hopefully some of this weight's beginning to be lifted off of these things, off these trees and everything else. It's getting some melting. But anywho, I saw a lineman bucket truck come in a few minutes ago into our neighborhood, so hopefully we'll have power here shortly. We'll see. Well, it sure is a pretty evening. It's Monday the 26th. Still no power. Gonna go spend the night with another neighbor tonight, different neighbor than we did last night. Just real blessed to have people that'll help us. But anywho, still just a big mess. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get power turned back on. We'll catch you later. It's Monday the 26th. It's about 10 after 9 at night. Getting ready to go stay at our neighbor's house for the second night. So just hanging out here with the dogs, letting them out of their kennels for a while, and just hanging out. So gonna be about 10 degrees or a little colder than that tonight, and hoping tomorrow we get power back. Kind of starting to worry a little bit about the neighbors. I've been running the generator over there for them and running low on fuel. So anywho, hopefully they get the power cut on tomorrow, and it won't matter. It won't need any fuel. We'll get them fixed up. But anyways, talk to y'all later. Alright, headed over to the house. It's Tuesday morning, about 10 after 5. It's cold outside. Go over here and hopeful that the dogs are okay and that the water pipes are not burst. Back in a bit. Alright, well, made it back over here Tuesday morning. Dogs in my lap here, but dogs are okay. Water's good, everything's still dripping. So 43 degrees in the house, so it's getting pretty cool. It's supposed to get up to about 40 or 41 for a high today, I think, where yesterday was that's Millie right there. She's about half crazy. Yesterday was a high of 24, I think, or it was in the 20s for sure. So big warm up over yesterday. Hopefully we'll get a lot of melt. Gonna try to get by the store and get a chainsaw at some point today. Gonna have a lot of cutting to do. So, but everything's good here, and once it gets to daylight, we'll try to update again. All right, we're Tuesday morning about 8 o'clock. Feels like temperature is down around 0. Still no power. Hopefully that's going to change today. I'm going to head to the store and get a chainsaw. Something I've been meaning to buy for years and just don't own one. So I'm going to do that. And supposed to be in the 40s today, so I should start getting some fall. So I may start trying to clean up. But anywho, we'll check back in later. Woo! Jump if you're excited that the power's on. Jump. Jump if you're excited that the power's on. Yeah! Jump again if you're excited. 3 times if you're super excited.